Shalom. Shalom, y'all. Michael Israel, we got a good lesson today. Just out here enjoying the Florida weather. I took it real easy today. I took it real easy today because it was an awesome Shabbat we had. The brother Robert Mathis, he part of Straightway. He's here in town, so he came out. We opened our home to him. He came. He spent a night over here. Came with us to Shabbat, and just really just talking to him, and he was on a spiritual combat show Shabbat morning. So just having him on some of the stuff he brought out on the show, and then talking to him the night before, man, to get the opportunity to speak to somebody like that, they can really pour into you on really how to persevere, overcome. Brother really has that warrior spirit on him. So now hold on one second. Let me make sure my audio is working. Warrior spirit on him. Sounds good. So brother Rob really has that warrior spirit. Matter of fact, they playing right now. They playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna have to go. After this, I'll tune in and watch it. He was laughing at me because I don't know all that stuff about football like him. Like, he's a scientist with that stuff. But a lot of the stuff he brought out really ties into this lesson. Really got me thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. And you can't help but, like, when you're around people like that, people like Pastor Dow, people like Elder Rufus, Brother Gideon, Rob Mathis, Brother Daniel Muir, Kabir, people, whatever they're doing, anybody who's good at what they do, whether it's like big time or people who just have something that they've perfected, always hear the same with overcome. Next one I would hear always this same thing. The more I'll give you let's see. Yep. He's mad. Wow. I know what I might do here. Yeah. Buffering. Okay. Let me see if I can fix it. Nope. Wow, got me on there. Never on. The action I had should be the last thing. This thing, all right. Get it going. Let me see. All right. There we go. All right. We're back. Yeah, this thing should not be acting up, trust me. But yeah, man, I got a lot of it's temporary. Does it again, I'll just move. I'll change my position. Man, I can't believe this thing is messing up. Alright, hold on, y'all. I think I know why it might be doing it. Okay, just give me a sec. Right here in the garage. Y'all hold on, I'm gonna get this thing fixed. I'm gonna go to where I get a better signal. Alright. Alright, let's see what we can do now. Alrighty. I think that's gonna be better. Okay. I got closer to where my signal's at. All right, so we're gonna get into this thing though, and this is just gonna be, for a lot of people, it's gonna be a confirmation on a lot of stuff. Okay, that's good. All right. Turn the speaker down, but yeah, man. All right, there we go. But like I said, anytime I get a chance, you know, to be in the presence of somebody who, not idolizing them or anything, but just, hey, how'd you win that war? How do you you know um, when you start, hold on, yeah, this thing about to get me mad. Much better, and it's showing crystal clear. Awesome. All right, I appreciate that. Okay, so what I was asking, when I'm around people, I'm like, hey, how'd you overcome that goal? How'd you overcome that challenge? How'd you, you know, like I said, and even he was saying like the competition level in the NFL, and then how'd you rise to the top? It wasn't just luck. They felt he was basically saying luck and talent will get you there, but that's not what's gonna keep you in there. Okay, that was a big thing. So that's where he was just bringing out some heavy stuff. And you can see that on my Shabbat lesson that I just did, titled Discipline. I think that was the title. Towards the end, he came in and he just chimed in on a lot of stuff. But picking up from there is, it was just some things I was thinking about. Because even with me right now, with what I'm dealing with here, as far as I want to get on land. I want to come together with like-minded people, and I want to put myself in the best position to do that. Because you can't just jump into to that type of stuff. You can't just jump into community. There's a lot of spiritual development involved with coming together and with all things, not some things, not what you like, everything. We're not even talking about money. We're talking about with your whole life. I don't think people factor that in. Hey, y'all, let me know if it's buffering or not. I just this phone is acting like it's buffering. But so yeah, man, this is a real thing. So uh, there's a lot of stuff in just the small amount that I've began to do as far as what I'm doing here in Straightway, Florida. The small amount that I've moved forward with beginning to come together as an assembly, it's like you when you begin to do that, you begin to, like with me, I begin to see stuff that needs to change in me. You know what I'm saying? Places where I need to step up big time. You know what I'm saying? You're around uh and the big thing is you got to be willing to step up. You got to be willing to look and see where you need to step up, because what we're talking about doing uh down here in Florida, Straightway Florida down here, ain't no hiding. Any weakness is going to be made known, and like I said, just in the small amount we've already done, I've seen a lot of areas for growth, and I've done a lot of growing. Okay, all right, so let me check. Let me say shalom to everybody real quick first, and then we're going to start talking about the power of biblical change, of changing biblically, and how to go about doing that in a minute, effective way. And what you're going to find is not nearly as burdensome and intimidating and overwhelming as as you think. I think a lot of people are going to they're gonna really feel inspired when they hear what I have to say. But let me go over here. I gotta. If y'all are on Facebook, just hit the share button. So I want to say shalom to everybody watching over there. Sister Bryant, shalom to you. Just had a shooting. Wow. Heard. I am not surprised. Wow. So there was a shooting at a church. Okay. Added motivation. Shout out. I want to say shout out to my Florida Straightway family. They was out there on the range today. I could not get out there because we had to really. We just took some family time together. Me and Sister Coy have been real busy. Even on this vacation time, we've been kind of busy. So we took advantage of a day off today, had breakfast together, and just kind of enjoyed each other's company. But our Florida family was still out there hard in the paint, in the rain, on the range, in the rain, getting it in, getting trained up, getting prepared, man. All right? Because I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man. So, Sister Brian, if you could, just send me the link to that news article. I'll hit that on the next show I'm gonna do. Okay. Brother Tommy said, "Shalom, Mark. Shalom to you too, Brother Tommy." Steve from Orlando, shalom, Brother Steve. Good to see you in there. Okay. And look, this is the time, man. This is the time to begin to get this stuff in and to begin to get on the ball. You know, I am not sitting here telling everybody to be a weapons freak show, but you need to at least have something in your house to protect yourself and be carrying something around, because I'm telling you, it's that time. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a part of Florida Straightway, y'all already know. I have already told y'all, if you can't afford a gun, you need to get a job at McDonald's until you save up enough money to have one. And that needs to be one of your utmost priorities, is to have a weapon. You ain't got to get the AR platform. You know I like that thing. But man, get you a Glock or something. You seen the one? I seen one brother, he brought this ugly green and white gun for under $200. Okay? 38. There's no excuse to be out here roaming around butt naked in this wicked ass society. There's no excuse. You could buy something dirt cheap. Starve for do a day of fasting. Don't eat any food and take the money that you saved off that fast and get you something to protect yourself. All right? And any of these silly clowns coming here telling you that I'm off and I don't know what I'm talking about, hit the unsubscribe button. All right. So anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm not gonna drone on about that. All right. So like I said, y'all, the title of this lesson, man, it's gonna be a very practical and applicable lesson. The title of this lesson is "The Power of True Biblical Change." Okay, that's the title of this lesson. The power of true biblical change. And okay, let me see. And what you're gonna find is a lot of people, they understand, they might see areas they need to change. Somebody said, "I carry my fixed blade knife on my hip. It's legal in OK in Oklahoma." That's cool. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you know, that's the other thing. Check the gun laws in the place that you're at. And I'm telling you, y'all, some of y'all need to move. Some of y'all need to move out of where you live, man. Some of y'all, there's a power outage, and the power outage lasts for over 3 days. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. You're about two meals or 10 hours from really being starved out, like being real hungry. And then you throw 3 days on there. After about 3 days, man, folks is most of these crazy people out here with no spiritual upbringing. They have no ethics, no morals. Oh, they'll do whatever they need to do to eat, including take you out. And guess what? You live in these subdivisions, these so-called neighborhoods with your enemies all around you that you call neighbors. Hey, they ain't in this truth. They will take you out and won't feel no type of way. That's why I'm just telling folks there's so many reasons to just get in the right position and protect yourself. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm gonna do a lesson very soon. I might even do it today. I might do it tomorrow on weapons. I've done one in the past, but I'll do one. I'll do it right here in my garage. I'll close this garage door, and I'll discuss the weapons that we have. Okay, the why, the who, what you need, this, that, and other, blah, blah. Okay, so we'll do that. But anyway, so check this out. What we're gonna do. Yep, I heard about the ultra orthodox stabbing another African American with bizarre behavior. Yep. Hey, so and this is gonna tie us right into this lesson I'm about to do. Okay. It's high time to change. People need to change. I'm gonna tell you part of the reason why you're seeing, like the brother just said, the guy who stabbed these Jewish people or whatever. Part of the reason you're seeing so much bizarre. So part of the reason you're seeing so much bizarre behavior. Hold on, y'all. Man, I'm on my phone. Why is my phone being difficult? Art view. What in the heck? I don't like when stuff don't work right. It pisses me off because I'm a mechanic, I guess. So listen. Part of the reason you're seeing a lot of bizarre behavior out here, I will tell you straight up. The power of what's coming across television right now is out of this world. Like they've got it down to the most effective way of casting that sorcery on you. The power of the media right now is on another level. Okay, that's why you see what you're seeing. You got a lot of people, and I'm telling you, this lesson is smashing right in on this. Because what I'm getting ready to bring out in this lesson is gonna show you how to change. Okay, it's gonna straight up show you. All right, there you go. It's gonna show you how to change. Okay. And this is that time, and nobody's waiting on nobody with this stuff no more. We're not waiting on people, excuses and all that stuff. Ain't that's another show I'm gonna be doing soon, but we're gonna hit on these excuses people make. Brother Rob Mathis, man, when he was over here, that's something he brought up. He was like, I was like, so what was, because hey man, this dude was under some of the best leadership that's out there. I said he played for Tony Dungy, and I said, why was he so successful? And he said, because he wouldn't try to manipulate you into doing what he wanted you to do. He said, this dude would tell you what he wanted, and if you didn't do it, he would replace you. Oh, man. Dude, that is so beautiful. That's so beautiful. This dude was about pure action. That the ramifications to where you could run with that are out of this world. So literally, if you couldn't do it, he would just get somebody who could. He didn't care why. And Brother Mathis, I think he said it on the show on discipline when he came in towards the end. Talked about uh, he talked about how you know um, they had some type of saying about excuse making. Basically, there ain't no such thing as an excuse. Yeah, but my ankle broke. Okay, did you get it done? No, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, did you get it done or didn't you? And when you begin to talk to yourself this way, stuff happens. And literally, what I seen, uh, he said the only excuse is, "Hey, I sucked. That's why. Cause I failed. That's why. That's it. That's the excuse. Nothing else." And when you begin to communicate with yourself in that way, in a healthy way, and just stop BSing yourself and BSing, other people too. You're gonna say, you're gonna feel comfortable in those excuses, but at the end of the day, especially like for somebody like me, like I'm an aircraft mechanic, and even in football, you can mess up, but like in my line of work, there's no such thing as messing up. It's like, hey, why is that the way it is? Nobody's gonna answer that. The plane will crash. Okay, the plane will crash. All right, and then what are you gonna say? All right. So, who's that? Okay. So, um, but yeah, there's no excuses. I see people though. A lot of people they fall into less demanding jobs and they're not as successful and they're comfortable making excuses. They feel like excuses are a healthy, viable option of a way out. And that's not life, you know. That's not this biblical walk. That's not this biblical walk. If you want to get your mind right, if you want to get your spirit right, and the book says that this is warfare, that you're at war. It says Yahuwah is a man of war. Yahuwah is his name. And it's just warfare analogies all through. And all I got to do is hit up Brother Gideon or Pastor Dow, people who've been in war, trained in combat, and they'll tell you real fast. Ain't no excuses in war. It's either mission complete or mission failure, and nothing else. And so that's how we're gonna. But with this lesson, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to walk in this, walk in a warfare mindset. And if you don't have it, if getting to that mindset and moving in that way intimidates you, is because you don't understand biblical change. Because when you understand the process of actually bringing biblical change and adopting your mind to function according to what the book says, okay, it's not so intimidating like a lot of people feel. And I think this is the reason why a lot of people just kind of like you say in tech language, in a boot loop. They just going around in circles basically, but no fruit. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see. Pass for shalom. All right. So let me see if y'all got any. I'm just checking everything. Okay, we're good. All right. So let's talk about. Um, I got some notes that I took here to bring out to you. Misplaced. So the reason why people don't change, the reason why people don't understand how to effectively bring biblical change and really walking this thing for real is because they don't understand that their effort isn't focused in the right place. They see something going on with them. Maybe they've done the work and they've looked at their life and they've humbled down, because that's the first step. You got to humble down and be honest with yourself. But because a lot of people, they already know that they don't know how to change. They don't know how that process works. So they don't want to humble down and look at what they got going on. Okay. So their pride stops them from really looking at what's going on with them. All right. So the reason why a lot of people wrestle with that is because they need the true process of change needs to be taught to them. So what's the true process of change? Let's take, for instance, we got a perfect example, but I'm gonna show you in a whole bunch of areas. But let's take me. When I was wrestling with the pornography and masturbation addiction that I had, okay? And it was intimidating. And I had tried for years to break myself of it. But then what I found, I was like, and this was just me being led by the Spirit. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna try with my own willpower to stop doing this, because I can't. It's something demonic. I said, but what I can do with my willpower is I could stop eating. I could pray. If I'm not praying, I could be studying the book or studying biblical lessons that that are dealing with what I'm struggling with right here. I said I could easily do that with my willpower that the Most High has given me. And that's what I did. I supplicated, I prayed, I fasted, I seeked out the Lord. When I say seeked out the Lord, I was studying the Word. I was studying biblical lessons, like stuff from Win World and stuff like that, to get my mind aligned and get myself delivered from that. Okay? And this is why Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, and all the other soldiers are straightway. And I left out one of them, Pastor Corey. That's another soldier, all right? Straight from the streets. But that's why they all tell you with the deliverance, the majority of the work is done beforehand, where you're studying. You know, you're getting your mind right, you're praying, you're fasting, you're seeking the Lord. You're not sitting there having fun and watching TV all day and wasting time and just doing frivolous stuff and hanging out with silly friends and just doing, no. Like, if you like, and this is the analogy I gave. And this is why I don't buy into people's excuses or why they're not changing. When I realized what was going on with me, I wanted it off me like there was a tarantula on my back. So if I told you there was a tarantula on your back, would you say, oh, okay, I'll get it all, and then go watch a movie, and then go do this, and then go waste your time doing that? And then that weekend, all right, well, let's see if we can get this tarantula off me. No, if I told you there's a tarantula crawling around your back, you're going to be like, ah! But see, then you tell people there's demons on them, and they're like, okay, well, I'll just pray to the Most High and get them off me. And that ain't, and that's the way it is. So, if let's say, let me put it again. Let me show you again. Let's continue with that analogy. If I told you there was a tarantula on your back, you find out you full of spirits and you wrestling with all this stuff that's going to eventually kill you, are you going to just magically wish it off? No. Just like if there was literally a tarantula off your back, you're going to be like, oh, tarantula, come off my back. No, you're going to be like, ah, off, get him off, help me. You're going to call your brothers, get him off. And you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So people don't fool me. I don't fool me. You see what I'm saying? Having Robert Mathis out here, okay? And just hearing some of the stories from one of the most elite levels anybody could be at. Like, most people are never going to have the chance to sit down and talk to people who've operated on levels that high. And just to hear some of that stuff really lit a fire under me and really got me, like, literally any whatever situation I got that I was worried about, I needed that. That was a supercharge. You know, it charged my spirit back. It's like, okay, all I gotta do is focus. You know, you look at the big problem and then you break it. You do your action steps, which is the book. You know what I'm saying? Me and one of the brothers, we were talking about that yesterday as a group. We was talking about this exact same thing about breaking stuff down into action steps and just, you know, using what God gave us to get through it. But this is how you bring it, all right? So let me see what we got here. All right. So somebody said, Brother Shane, he said, amen, that spiritual combat. I had to pray and fast to be delivered from the lustful spirit as well. Yeah. A lot of people think they're going to just will themselves through it, but that's pride. Pride does that. Pride got you thinking, oh, this, you know, once that pride breaks and once you lower that chin, then you're ready for action. Then now you're ready to just think any type of way you need to think and do whatever you need to do to break whatever you wrestling with. Real talk. All right, we keeping a 100 on that thing. All right, so that's good, Brother Shane. So yeah, this is it. This that rubber meets the road moment, and you know, I don't bullshit myself. I don't. I mean, my wife will tell you, I'm very demanding, okay? And, but if you heard the way I talk to myself, it's on another level, you know? And then after this weekend talking to Rob Mathis and just letting him pour into me some of that, you know, elite level information, is just confirmation on a lot of stuff, and I learned a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna be even more demanding. And this is the other thing. When you're trying to come out of this stuff, you got to cut off people who are not conducive to what you're trying to do. They're gonna undermine it. It's just like me. So one of the other areas where I had to step up. Now this is now what I'm talking about now is before I came into the truth. I was a feminized dude. I was a feminized man. All right. I was a feminized man. So I had to come up out of that. Dealing with stuff from a feminized mindset. You know, putting women on pedestals, you know, just being all around weak. And for me, you know, I was always looking for that leader or elder or father figure or whatever to show me all these fine standpoints. Now I understood the basics of being a man and not being feminized and twisting my wrists and sitting like a girl and acting like a gayfer, you know, and talking soft and all that. You know, I knew those basics because I had my father in my life. I still do, you know, but the finer arts of how to deal with these women and how to be attractive and all that stuff, I didn't have that, okay? And I had to, again, do this same thing. And the thing is, the truth was it was half truths. and the other half of it was very dangerous. It would mess you up. But Most High guided me through and gave me understanding on it. Okay. All right, so let's get back. Let me hit on some other stuff with bringing this change. I put a lot of people don't know how to change. They don't change because they don't know how to change. They don't know where to focus their efforts and their willpower at. You don't focus your efforts and willpower on willing yourself into not thinking this way and not doing this behavior. You focus your effort on immersing yourself in the biblical truth, in the Bible lessons, and all that stuff that is going in the right direction as opposed to whatever the issue is. So this might be the issue because, hey, I'm not doing this way. Okay, this is the right way of doing it right here. So whatever behavior you want to correct, whatever the right way is, which it's in the book, you immerse yourself in those scriptures. You immerse yourself in those lessons. If you're not listening or reading or immersing those lessons at the time, then you should be praying, fasting, and supplicating on that thing and breaking it. And what you're saying, Mike? Can you book that? Can you book what you just told me? Can you book that in the book? Yeah, he said, meditate on my word day and night. So when I see people just wrestling with the same stuff for years, months, weeks, I already know what the deal is. I know what's going on. And then a lot of times you could tell the people who just immersed in television and they just weekend part-time Hebrews. You can see all that. It's obvious. Okay? But you got to, and even if that's the problem, hey, well, I can't stop watching TV. Well, you need to be praying, fasting, that he puts a spirit in place for you to stop watching television. The thing you want to know where I had to do that was with basketball. I was playing basketball 5, 6, sometimes 7 times a week, and I couldn't stop. And I had to pray to the Most High to stop me from playing basketball. And I'd literally be walking into the court to play basketball, praying, Lord, get me out of here. I don't even need to be here. Praying for months. And then eventually, next thing you know, shoot, I ain't been back. I ain't played basketball in like 2 or 3 years. Yep. But people say they want to change. Come on, I know what it looks like. You ain't going to fool nobody. Like people who've been through this, you're not going to fool them. And you know, the best thing I could do is what the Most High has led me to do. Just do this video, put it out there, and like lead them to the water. You can't make them drink it. You feel me? Y'all put a 100 up in there if you get where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but that's the way it is. All right. So let me see what other notes I got here. I got So I said, figure out a way. This is where you need to put your willpower at. Not feeling sorry for yourself, but listen, this is where the work needs to be at. You need to figure out a way to meditate on the word day and night. Use your creativity. Use your willpower here on figuring out what you're going to program yourself with and keeping yourself programmed. All right. So, and it's not, this is a lifestyle. This is a way of life. Okay. So like with airplanes, the way they navigate, an airplane don't set its destination. Say the destination is that green plug y'all see behind me there. Say this is the destination, right? I'll get my finger there. Everything's back. Say this is the destination, this plug right here. If I'm the plane doesn't just fly directly there. What a plane's navigation system does, is it's constantly making adjustments to get there, all the way to the target. It's constantly assessing where it's at and where the goal's at, where it's at and where the destination's at, where it's at, and it's so like for you in bringing change, you're gonna constantly be watching your thoughts, watching your behaviors, and seeing what content do I need to be meditating on in this book to get me where I need to be. What lessons, what biblical lessons do I need to be listening to get where I need to get with my mindset? Constantly doing that. And this is why a lot of folks, man, like with deliverance, they sit in there manifesting like the Tasmanian devil week in and week out, but it never come off them because they ain't putting in this work. It's not a game. And I'm telling you, dude, y'all see it, man. It's like, hey, man, I just saved a couple news articles myself, y'all, on crazy stuff happening. I get on here and go live, and y'all tell me, hey, man, they stabbing folks, they shooting churches up, and blah, blah, blah. Folks is manifesting like the just like the book says, like this demonic thing, the demon world is beginning to come full. They have full right to begin to take over now and really come out. And y'all, I'm not dealing with demonically possessed folks, man, on people who just in covenant with demons. Like, because this thing that they're turning the heat up, man. Look, check this out. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all this one because I just saved this. Amazon just patented technology to scan your hand to check out of their Amazon store. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Yes. I'm telling you, man. I'm just going to keep it 100. All right. The third lane said, hey, Brother Michael, I also play basketball at most twice a week. Do I need to remove this from my life? If so, I will start now to stop doing it. Thank you, sir. No. For me, I knew it was a stronghold. I knew it was a distraction. I knew it was affecting my time with my family. I knew it was useless. And me, I'm playing, like I'm real competitive. I was playing with, there were some NBA players there. There was college, like we playing high level competitive ball, and I'm playing it like 5 times a week. You know, over there 2 and 3 hours. It was nothing but Satan, man. And it was like I could be doing way better things than being out here doing this. But no, I'm not saying basketball is evil. No, go to the gym, hoop, play ball. But what you need to be doing, what I'm telling people they need to be doing, folks, is not look. A lot of people, their pride blocks them from really looking at what's going on in between their ears, and not look at listening. What thoughts are popping in my head when they in some type of emotional state? When they all fired up and angry, what's going on there? What's going on there? All right. So yeah, we got to look at this stuff. We got to look at, yeah. So. Telling you, man, but it's real talk, man. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time to get your mind right. Okay? Yeah. So I'm just looking around. I got some stuff. I'm getting ready to get to work out here in the garage till late tonight, So yeah, but yeah, that's what you need to do. We bringing change with no wiggle room on top. So it's all good. So yeah, but yeah, man, there really is not a whole lot to this lesson. And a matter of fact, I'm gonna start cutting my lessons down to 1 hour. Ain't no need of me being on here 2 hours with nothing. My lessons, once you see this, hold on. Yeah, once you get this, everything else falls into place. So we can just park it here, Y'all got any questions, comments, concerns? Let me go over here and read some of y'all's comments. Let's see. Okay. we gonna be yeah, it's test. Oh man, it's constant testing, man. That's why I love talking to people who've been in battle. You know, whether it's, and when I say been in battle, when I say been in battle, I mean their skill set has been tested under pressure. Brother Gideon, his skill set was tested under uh, the most extreme pressure you could be tested. It's a life or death situation. Brother Rob Mathis, same thing, man. He was tested in the most extreme environment and rose to the top of it. You know, same with Gideon rose to the top, passed it down, always tested on a whole nother level. Cause all these brothers, let me tell you this too. Brother Gideon and Brother Rob Mathis have both, and other people I've talked to, have, I think Kabir said it too. And these people have reached the top level of what they do in the most competitive environment. And they both still said it pales in comparison to the spirit world, to spiritual combat. And man, I could tell you, man, I done seen some stuff with Pastor Dow already, where he's at the top of that, and these bootlicking clowns out here making all these silly videos. They can say whatever they want, but let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. They not doing that book like Pass It Out do it. I see them, you know, and it stirs them spirits up in them, man. But I ain't gonna go into all that. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna check the comments real quick, and then I'm gonna get to work in this garage. Great. All right, just there it is. Let me see. Okay. So anyway, y'all, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up and get to work in this garage. Appreciate y'all. And with that said, shalom, shalom.